Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a very different video. I think a few weeks ago, I did an update video where I basically just talked. I really enjoyed that, just sitting there and just talking to you guys. So I thought, and as you can see by the thumbnail and title, that I would do something where I just talk about 5v5 and 6v6 and just Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1 a little bit. So I'll start off by saying, I think 5v5 was a mistake. I really do think 5v5 was a mistake, and I wish the game could have stayed 6v6, and I'm so sad that it didn't actually. Really sad to see, and I was actually fine with it in the beginning of Overwatch 2. I was like, this could work. Let's see how it goes. Could be a good thing. It could be fine. Let's see how it goes. So I played it. I didn't mind it. And then as time went on, I didn't really want to play tank anymore. It was not the same feel as Overwatch 1. And I mean, as like the game as a whole, I just felt like this is not it. This is not what I want to play. I would rather play Overwatch 1. I think season 1 and 2 it was okay. It was fine. I played it and I was okay with it. And I know many people will probably say, why didn't you just stop playing? Because as sad as it is, there is no game other like this. There's no other game like this. So we're not forced to play Overwatch 2. But if there's nothing else like it, then what else gets you to itch? Get that itch in your brain, right? Which hopefully Marvel Rivals can scratch that part of your brain instead of Overwatch 2, because I really do not like it anymore. You've probably seen, if you follow my channel a little bit, that I don't play Overwatch 2 actually. I don't upload that anymore. It's just not fun. I'm gonna be honest. It feels so empty and soulless and just gray and just boring. There's so many skillless things in the game now, and the skill ceiling have just been brought down a lot, I think. We have things like Suzu in the game as well, and a character like Illari, where you don't really do anything other than DPS. And then Life River, which surprisingly is not good or not bad, but I just hate the ability Life River has, the pull ability. I just don't think that should have been added to the game. But other than that, it's fine. One more heroes, one more supports that actually aim as well when they heal. Life River doesn't do that. Illari, I mean, does that, but her main heal is not really doing that. I think her main heal is probably her turret, right? And it's just a turret you put down that you can't kill if you put it properly, and then it just heals you forever. But it's not only supports that is like tank releases as well, DPS releases. Like, why did we add Morga? It's annoying that they're adding characters now that need to do everything. Like Kiriko, for example. She's like 3 characters in one. Wall climb, insane damage, insane heals, insane like abilities, TP in Suzu, and then the fact that Suzu can cleanse you, heal you as well, and make you fully invulnerable. And it's funny that people say, well, it's only for a few seconds, but you don't need it longer. You've already accomplished what you needed whenever the effect is done. You're already invulnerable in it. It's enough time to save someone and like more and heal them as well. I think either Suzu should be able to cleanse or make you invulnerable, not both. And that will nerf it a lot, but it will make it balanced somewhat at least. I actually just think it shouldn't be able to make you invulnerable at all, because that would just feel horrible as well. Like, how can it cleanse a D.Va Bomb, for example? Like, what? And if you played back when Baptiste was released, I remember everyone was thinking, this is horrible. Immortality field, you can be immortal in it. It's not good. People didn't like it either. It was a very annoying ability to go up against. But if you compare that now to Suzu, then it's crazy that Immortality Field is actually kind of balanced now. If you compare those two, I think Immortality Field is on a 25 cooldown or something. And then we have Suzu on 15 seconds. It's crazy because Suzu is way better than Immortality Field. You can use Suzu for every single situation where I guess you can also kind of do that with Immortality Field. But that's just, you have the chance of destroying it there in some of the situations where, how do you really bait, or like how do you counter Suzu? You don't do that. You can't, there's no counter for it. The only counter there is when she used it. You making her use it is the only counter there is. And that could be by any means, right? Because she can hold your ultimate hostage as well for as long as she wants. Well, let me just go play Jungle Queen. Oh, they have Kiriko, and let me swap. One character single-handedly counters a whole another tank. which I don't actually mind countering. I think countering is part of the game. It's very crucial to the game, but it's just too much now. It's a lot, but to be honest, I don't mind Immortality Field if one has to stay, but Suzu is just too much. She doesn't only have Suzu as well, she also TP through walls, which I never understood why that's a thing. Why does she not need to have line of sight of him to be able to TP, at least? And if she doesn't have that, if you can't TP, she just wall climb as well. So it's annoying that she'll just kind of switch between Suzu, wall climb, TP, and then like she can do that pretty easily. And that's the main part. I think Kiriko was a mistake, and some support heroes and abilities and like that, as well as like Morga as well. I think Morga was a huge mistake to do. Just a bad design, the character poorly designed. Yeah, it's also the way they're patching the game or like balancing it, I guess. What are these balances? Have you seen the recent balance updates? Man, it's horrible. Man, it's so awful to see. I'm not even gonna go through them, but oh my god, the recent ones. Oof, it's tough. Very tough. Yeah, definitely should have some proper balance team. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't actually balance Overwatch 1, because if they did, it would probably ruined it. Maybe, unless it's not the same balance team. Nah, I would have actually preferred them balancing their game by a lot, instead of going the route they did here. The game just is so inconsistent with their updates. Just skins and battle passes and shop stuff, it's so inconsistent. You can have one battle pass. Also, I don't actually think one battle pass has been like, whoa, this is insane. I'm gonna buy this battle pass right now. You really only do buy it from Mythic, I think. Mainly, at least. If the Mythic isn't good, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of filler goop in the battle pass, which is fine, usually. But this is too much, I think. And then the fact that they can look at the battle pass and put a reskin in it and be like, yep, that's good. People are gonna pay for that. It feels kind of like you're scamming me a little bit. It's like you're in high school and or like you're doing something at your school and you're just getting by. You're kind of cheesing it a little bit, you know, but you're getting it done. You're not putting in more effort than you have to. That's what I feel like Overwatch 2 is doing. They're like, can we manage to do this? Yeah, we'll do it. Fuck it. They won't notice. Stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just half-ass it a little bit, you know, and then call it a day. And people will probably say, like, well, they can't release good stuff every time. Well, they can. Is that not their job? Is it not their job to keep us kind of fulfilled? To keep us playing the game? Now, I can say it for myself, they haven't done that for me, so I stopped playing. I kind of wish that more people would be like more stern with them. Why are we not being more vocal? Luckily, we were very vocal about 6v6, so that is coming soon. I know it's coming soon. I still thought I would do this talk though. Just maybe they can see it. Maybe you can agree with it. Maybe you can see some of our viewpoints. But they're just so inconsistent with their battle passes. It's just, some of the mythics are just some crazy missers. I can't believe there's some people at the table. They're like, let's come up with the idea. This is what it's gonna look like in game. What do you guys think? And they say yes. I can't imagine people be like, yeah, this is good. There's no one that says like, yeah, we should not do that. It looks horrible and it's not gonna do well. Anna is getting a mythic. Why is she getting a, like her gun is getting a mythic, I think. She already has a mythic skin. Why are we not getting other characters mythic guns? She has a mythic skin, she's getting a mythic gun. So why would we give someone like, I don't know, Somber or whatever, a mythic gun? She doesn't have a mythic skin. Like, it's just delegating the skins and mythics seem, it's just kind of like some rat on 1,000 buttons, and then there's cheese on it, and whatever cheese it picks, that's what they're doing. That's what it feels like. But nonetheless, we know why Overwatch 2 was made, right? They had a new engine for the game. They couldn't update Overwatch 1. I don't think they said that was the reason. Maybe, I think they might have actually somewhere. They couldn't update it properly because of double shield, so they needed a new approach. So they wanted to make Overwatch 2 and PvE alongside it. Where is PvE right now? I think they said they stopped doing that. We heard PvE was announced with skill tree and all that cool stuff that we saw at E3 or whatever it was, BlizzCon. And I was sick. I was actually really hyped for that. I was like, wow, okay, if PvE is good, it could save Overwatch 2. If PvE is good, it could be worth playing Overwatch 2 then. So I'm not playing Overwatch 2 anymore. No, but it is really, I don't know what they're doing in the office. Like, do they have no idea? It feels like they have no idea what they're doing. I'll be honest. It's just they're kind of guessing. Can we do this? Yeah, sure. Can we do this by 4 years? Yeah, why not? And by 4 years, we didn't have a skill tree. They canceled skill tree, and like I think 50% of the PvE content. And I played PvE. It was not fun. It was creative, it was interesting, it was not good though. I was always scared of fighting. Like when PvE was released, I was always like, is this gonna just be some soulless robots we fight and have no actual real identity? I was like, I hope that's not gonna be it. But it was. It was. Could have been so much more, but well, they chose to scrap it, 50% of it, and they chose to scrap it fully, which is wild. Since the main reason really they made Overwatch 2 was because of PvE, was it not? Or at least a big part of it. Now we don't have PvE. Now we're stuck with this leftovers that are trying to balance. Yeah, I do want to know in the comments, do you guys like Overwatch 2? Would you prefer, and this could probably only be a question for people who play Overwatch 1. I don't know how you'd answer it if you didn't play Overwatch 1. But if you played Overwatch 1 and you played Overwatch 2, which one do you prefer? Because to me, it's kind of crazy that people would prefer Overwatch 2. Like, I don't like playing tank. I'll be honest. I don't like playing tank in Overwatch 2. It is the worst experience I've had playing tank. I was always a bit anxious playing tank because there's a lot of pressure on you. And that's also how I felt in Overwatch 1. Regardless, there was another tank I could play with in Overwatch 1. So I could kind of delegate some of the work to him, you know. Like, we could kind of do 50-50. You know, I do horrible, but he could still kind of carry him out. If you have a tank now that does horrible, what are you gonna do? You're kind of pulled back or held back a lot now. You don't have another tank to kind of step in line and then take over. Having one tank now is really not. It was never a good idea. It's very stressful and there's a lot of pressure on you as well by your team. I feel like the go-to if you lose a team fight is always the tanks getting blamed a little bit. At least if you die first. And because you die first doesn't mean that you were bad. But yeah, it also just felt better. 6v6, you could have that other tank and you could, as I said, you could delegate some of the work to him. You could do some crazy combos, some fun combos. You could just really fun stuff. Now we have these raid bosses that are impossible to kill. And I'll be honest, it doesn't seem like tanks are having fun either right now. With the constant counter swapping and the metas taking over pretty often. I'll be honest, when Orisa was the meta, horrible state of the game. It was Morga was the meta, horrible state of the game as well. Because Orisa and Morga, they kind of just brain dead. Just shoot, Anyone can play him, and the skill of him are really low. Nah, but the skill ceiling seems lower in Overwatch 2. And well, yeah, I'm not playing it anymore. I'm not playing Overwatch 2 anymore. I did play it recently, and it was just not fun. I'll be honest, I didn't have any fun. It was so boring and felt so, I don't know, so hollow to play it. And I don't want to shit on it. If you guys enjoy it. I'm so happy for you guys if you enjoyed it. Like, I don't want to just shit on it to shit on it. This is really just my honest opinion and my honest review, I guess. Not review, but me being vocal about it. But if you guys enjoy it, then enjoy it. But for me, it's not the same anymore. They went in the completely wrong direction with the game. One I'm not happy with at all. And well, I was also a Doomfist player, I'll be honest. I was a Doomfist main in Overwatch 1. And I know a lot of people say he's broken. He was broken, which he was. But at the same time, he wasn't. You could do the craziest rollout and you could still lose. Because you could get stunned so easily. No, I don't think he could fit in Overwatch 2 at all. So it does make it, like, they had to do something about him. But they changing him to a tank was probably the only thing they could do. It's just sad seeing it. Seeing him being taken away. I played Clash as well. What do you guys think about Clash? I didn't like it really. It did just felt like a glorified 2CP, which, I mean, that is what it is. No, I don't know. It was kind of, they tried something. Oh, I think I would rather just have 2CP maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have it at all. Anyway, I should 2CP or Clash. I don't want to go too much into it. I think that was about it. Just my quick thoughts on it and me being a little bit vocal about Overwatch 2. And maybe if you're wondering why I haven't played it or anything, then I just don't find it enjoyable. I don't find any enjoyment in it. Not really, at least. I don't want to go too much into it. I could ramble on forever about this. But when 6v6 as a mode comes back, and I think that should be in the middle of this season, hopefully, they're not playing. You know, you bet your ass I'm playing, for sure. I just hope they kind of maybe balance it a little bit. I wouldn't even mind if they just release 6v6 as just release it now with no balance updates, because I can guarantee you it would be better than what it is now. But when it releases, hopefully they do make some tweaks to it, kind of revert it back to how it was. with tanks and everything. Just lower their stats by a lot, and I think we should be good to go. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or if there's anything else you want, or anything you want to touch on in the comments. I will happily reply to any of you. Please go and watch my other content as well. I have spent so long on it, and seeing it flop a little bit kind of hurts my soul. Not gonna lie. I promise it's good content. I promise you'll enjoy it. That is about it. Let me know what other content I could do in the future, something like this. Let me know if you enjoy content like this as well. I would appreciate that. That was it. That was my little ramble, my talk. And I think I went over all of it. Not all of it. I went over a decent amount on why I want 6v6 to come back. I want the game needs to be 6v6. And yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing and liking if you did enjoy it. Helps me out a lot. We are almost on 3K, so we appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Stay safe and much love.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.